Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Timebird. Welcome back. Last video, the last part of this series, I forgot to end my turn. So, we basically attacked the enemy on, I believe, Shirwan, Seoul, and then I believe Yu Chang. And then I forgot to end the turn. So I'm going to go ahead and end the turn and just see kind of what the enemy does to kind of... excuse me, sorry about that, to set up the next battle. It looks like they're going to try to attack here again, so we're going to go ahead and get right into it. I know it's been a lot longer making this series than I thought I was going to be. Some things have come up personally, and so it's taken me a lot longer to get this going or get this finished, but I'm hoping to have it done today. That way I can move on to maybe another series or go into kind of like maybe like how I build my decks and for multiplayer, or maybe even just do some multiplayer battles just to see if you guys want to see how my deck is constructed. That said, let's go ahead and get this battle set up. We'll get into more detail about all that stuff later on. I want these 2 points. I'm not worried about these back here because I do not have the resources to... wow, I'm running dangerously low on tow missiles. I guess we lost some in the last battle that I was not aware of. So I'm going to put this guy back here. I'm going to keep another one. This one's an elite. I'm actually going to tuck him in the wood line here. Or actually, tuck him in the wood line as close as I possibly can get him, so that he has the best chances of engaging on just immediately. Since we have, I really don't want this guy running out, so since there's only one of them, I'm going to give him 4 cargoes. That should be well more than enough to keep this guy firing for the entirety of the battle. The enemy does not have a lot of morale, so they're not going to be able to really kind of hold on. They're going to throw stuff at us. And that's where, my infantry last time, or my anti-air infantry last time did really, really well. Was very effective against them. So I'm going to split them up just in case. I'd feel like a dummy if I if I got wiped out by just rogue helicopters. Just because I was too lazy to put infantry around the map. I'm going to have to rely pretty heavily on these. I'll bring these guys. I'll have them start firing as soon as we get in the air, and then I'm gonna put another recon up over here in the woods. I want to make sure I see them as soon as I possibly can. Vehicle-wise, the rest I'm just gonna have to spend on tanks, just to hold the line over here. I don't want them crossing this bridge, and so that's why I'm just kind of spamming tanks, so to speak. And then once we get more points, I'll call in more stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. Unload. Got everybody unloaded. Correct. Move this guy back. Have them attack. The helicopters are good. I'm worried about these zoos. I'm hoping that I can take those out with a little bit of luck. I'm hoping I can maybe take them out with these tanks here. I really want to get rid of those BMI 21s. So I want to take out these zoos. I want to gain air superiority like that. Perfect. Alright. These guys are pushing up. I want to go ahead and get him some supplies. It's time to move up recon. Okay, it's definitely time to call in more helicopters. lit up. That's the danger about this spawn zone, is it can definitely, you could lose a helicopter or two if you're not paying attention. This guy needs to go over here and land. Oh, I think that was it, actually. So that was definitely very quick and dirty, but we definitely put a hurting on them. We didn't take a single loss, which is great. I needed that. And I was able to eliminate basically their artillery and an anti-tank company, and that's fantastic. Excuse me, sorry, I had just frog in my throat or something. I don't know. Maybe I need to drink some more water. But yeah, okay, so it looks like it is now our turn. Just kind of surveying the map here. It looks like we're clear in this zone. So I'm going to definitely call up those aircraft back up to Chirwan. I really want to push through and finish this up. I want to take Sukcho, I don't know. I really want to take that ASAP. It looks like we're really getting a lot of... it looks like we're getting points pretty fast. I don't need that. You know what? I'll buy the Maverick just in case, and I'll send it up as well to Chirwan to really just help this push. I'm going to send those Seahawks back up as well. And then I can't rest and refit since they just got through a battle. And then it looks like I'm going to send all these aircraft back up to this battle because that's where they're going to be needed the most. This is actually going to be a nice challenging battle. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go up to Chirwan and really just hopefully eliminate them. They might retreat once I launch the battle, which I'd say they probably will. Yeah, I figured that they would. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and R&R these guys just because I think that we're going to need all the help we can get once we get into Sukcho, and I'm afraid that if I move forward now, these guys are going to just counterattack and try to cap Chirwan when I'm not paying attention. So I don't want to rush and cause any, an issue. I believe Yuchang, I believe they'll retreat as well once we launch the battle. Yeah, the opponent retreated. They didn't even have a cap zone. So they retreated. So the only thing left is Youngstown, and this is actually going to be probably the majority of this video, or for this installment at least, because this is going to be a very tough battle. I'm hoping this is a fairly favorable in our end. So I'm hoping that we can really just put a hurting on them and really eliminate most of their forces down here in the south, so that I can then focus all my resources up in the north. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, we have a ton more morale than they do, which is great. Excuse me, sorry about that, guys. But we're not going to ease up on them. We're going to take advantage, take the initiative, and really just push is pretty much the objective. Just really just lay into them. My K1s, I love these things. They pretty much own pretty much any tank that they have, as long as I can keep the air cover off of them. I also want to keep... I'll keep some anti-aircraft guns for them, as well as logistics. So that's going to be my force that's going to go up here to this ridge and kind of keep them from coming across that bridge. And then my next line is going to be bunch of KVs with recon, and then support I'm going to give them as well. I'm going to give them 2 anti-aircraft guns, and then the rest of my money is going to go towards the Mavericks. Yeah, Peace Pheasant, and then I need a good anti-air the KFC 16. That's what we'll call that one. That sounds pretty good. The KFC 16. I think that's really about it. I'm not too worried about them flanking around at this point. Eventually, once I get more money, I'll call in some tanks just for protection, some recon, that kind of stuff. But right now, I just really want to go on the offensive. So I'm going to have these guys push up quickly. Oh, I got them all. Oh, crap. Accidentally selected the wrong thing. Anti-aircraft. There we go. Call up some air. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and just go for the jugular. I don't know if I can attack that with Mavericks or not. It'd be nice to take out their fob, but I'm not sure. Come on, KFC, get out of there. Great, great. Okay, so recon. I'm gonna buy another recon just in case. I'm gonna bring him out there. Air. I want some more. Everybody wants more KFC. It looks like it looks as if they have kind of stalled, so I'm gonna take that initiative and try to move up and spot some vehicles and just let's see what's going on here. I'm gonna take this tank and push him over here. If you see me doing like a right click, okay, I'm not really sure what that was about. That's kind of freaky, so time to get some defense up here. That was kind of weird. That was really weird. I'm not sure why he moved. Maybe I had him selected. I'm not sure. Okay, so it looks like, yep, they're trying to sneak around here. Got the pheasants up. Get our air in the air. Okay, it looks like the pheasants can come back. We'll evac those, and we'll evac the. Oh, did we lose one? Yep, we lost some KFC. Okay, so they've got something over there. Come on. Damn it. See, I got two stretched out. It looks like they're calling in air. I need some air. Oh, that might have been it. Okay. So, we are able to destroy their anti-air company, which is great. We lost a KFC and a K-111. Not terrible losses, but I mean, it still kind of sucked. I think the loss of the KFC sucked more than anything. I'm just trying to look here. I don't know if I've got any extra forces I can bring up. You know what? I'll buy this guy, and then I'll send him over here because they keep attacking here, and I'm running out of tow missiles, and this will kind of replenish my lack of tow missiles. This line's holding right here, so we're going to go ahead and end it. I'm not exactly sure how long this video is, but we'll end the turn, see what they do, and then in part, what is this? The next part would be part 12. We will see exactly what we get into. This is part 11, I believe. So, thank you guys for watching. As always, I really appreciate you, just showing your support. So please leave a comment, a like, talk about what how you would have done things differently, what you like, what you didn't like, what you didn't know. Maybe I gave you some information that you didn't know beforehand. Just show me love. Let me know that what I'm doing is entertaining. Until next time, then. This is Time Burner. Deuces.